Welcome back to Expedition 33. I'm Akinar, and this is episode 40, where today, I think the plan is for us to take on some world bosses. We're at least going to get our feet wet, taking on the Sprung, is that what it was called? And the Serpent Fare, maybe there's a French pronunciation for that one. But there's a couple continent bosses that we need to at least start getting familiar with. I've been nudged that we should take those fights on sooner rather than later, so we're going to do that. And we're going to at least have times 10 on our enemy life multiplier, but I think I should bump it up to times 20 just to be safe. Times 50 is probably a little bit too much, but given the build, given the party composition that we have now with Mael just being the uber gommage damage blaster that she is, I don't want to one-shot bosses right off the bat. That probably still won't happen with these bosses, because you still have to learn parries. I know we ended up eventually getting the one-shot against Clea, more or less, but we still had to do a lot of setup. Like, this is not I press this one button and I win. You have to go through quite a bit to actually get this to, get everything to line up the way that you want, and you have to put a lot of thought into all the luminas and everything to get the build going in the right direction. So getting to have that uber damage payoff where Mael just unleashes the the ultra gommage is so much fun, and I think well deserved. So yeah. And in the case of Clea, we'll get to Renoir's drafts eventually, but in the case of Clea, we still had to learn quite a few parries. We had to get successful at parrying, and if not just in the, even if it was just mainly for the first phase, ultimately, that we needed to get good, we still had our troubles with the second phase as well. We spent a lot of time struggling against Clea, and I'm satisfied with our efforts there in that regard. And we'll see if I am similarly satisfied with our efforts here against the Sprung. Why can I not land? Oh, because I'm not exactly on a landable area. All right, so I think we're going to get started here with the Sprung. Let's see. I guess I will give myself a save point if the game will let me. And actually, I think we'll do a little bit of. We need to go to camp. We need to. I was gonna do the Lumina switcheroo save point thing, but we actually just need to go to camp and give ourselves. I forgot to rest the flag, so we might as well just give ourselves a campsite here, right by the Sprung, and that will give us a chance to rest up. And I won't worry about upgrading attributes just yet. We'll leave things where they are. But we will do a quick little fashion retool. I like Verso's fashion. I think that's going to stay. And the Clea outfit for Mael is cool, but I think I might want to switch it here to something else. I really do like the real Mael outfit. That's an awesome one. The Painted Me is fun as well, but we're going to go back to the real Mael here for a little bit. The short white. I think we did try that one. Let's go back to the real Mael haircut. The genuine article. And for our our dancer cosplayers over here, what are we going to do? We're going to maybe go back to... Maybe it's not as important in the case of Lune, because she's not... In our current party setup, Lune is kind of on the bench. So, I don't know. Well, we're going to see when Lune gets back into... more than just reserve party duty, but I do like that the pure outfits are such a great go-to, and I have a tough time turning them down. So let's go with that, and we'll give our ladies ponytails. Could go to the original CL haircut. I feel like the original CL. It's just my own personal opinion. I feel like that original haircut is the one of the weaker options. I would prefer just the straight up ponytail there, I think. So let's go with that. And that will be our fashion. I do love those pure outfits. Let's, our fashion update has been done. Oh, let's actually give a quick listen while we're here at camp. I forgot I should have been doing this, but we have a new record. Clea, don't pull your sister's hair. Let's do this. Give this a listen here momentarily as we, we're gonna check in with the party as well, just make sure. I think we're at a standstill with all their dialogue.
And all the expeditioners I traveled with.
Yes.
And
these are all that stuff we've heard before.
What will you do when this is all over?
I think this is the same as well. It looks like there's no new updates. I think we reached
Well,
a standstill.
Since we mere mortals can't leave this camp, so I can see.
Do you mean
a painting?
I wonder if we'll get.
This painting.
I wonder if we'll get to see that at some point. Mael painting a painting for Lune.
No poetry lately.
I'm not really inspired these.
Let's see if SKA has more.
Let's explore
Aren't you scared of what we'll find there?
the stones of the sea, all my
I think this is old as well. Yeah, I don't think we've got any updates from the party, but we'll just be thorough about it. Make sure.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Maybe we could stop by the Gestural village for a little. That would be lovely.
We did stop by the Gestural village, did we not? I think so. We still have not. It's been a while since we found any new lost Gestrals. We're still at 7 of 9 over here, I think. Yeah. So there's 2 more to find, but there is a pretty large section of the continent on the eastern side that we haven't explored thoroughly. I suspect at least one's got to be there, and maybe both of them. Oops. So that would probably be a nice thing to check off our list as well before we're done here. But I might end up finding some of those off camera. We'll see. We'll see. There's so much to do, guys, and so little time. So let's get back onto the continent and start to get some attempts here against the Sprung. This wonderful... I don't even remember what the moves are, but I just remember being completely one-shot destroyed. I don't think there's any purpose in getting first strike. We just go into the boss. Because even if you have first strike enabled, I don't think it pays attention to it. Okay. Sprung strikes the expedition. Okay. That's a good start. We got a counter right off the bat. And I am liking the fact that our party's speed, we are not... The Sprung doesn't get 5 turns before we do. That's a good improvement. I like that. All right, so back into... It's been a few days since I've played, so I got to get back into my... What is our setup here? I think I have the single party setup that I want. That we also had. That was a cool sound effect with the head spinning. It's such a weird boss design too. The limbs aren't even attached. They're just levitating, hovering, some sort of gravitational force field holding everything together, I guess. But let's go ahead and do our Bachelier Fortify that we like to start with after we hopefully get a mark on you. There we go. Wow. Mark and burn. Let's go. And that's a shit ton of AP for Bonoko, so good. He does start in Almighty Mass. So I think he has a good rotation set up. Now CL gets to do Rush. Yeah, that's right. That's the rotation here. It's coming back to me. And then Mael just does what? Builds Gradient Charges with Phantom Strike. And that's, we just rinse and repeat until Mael is at 3 Gradient Charges. That's the plan.
Prepare for annihilation.
It's a very simple game plan. And we get one more set of turns because our rush is that powerful now. God damn. Mael doesn't quite get a second turn, but this is still fine. Let's put another mark on here. And then CL, she wants to build Foretell just for delay and slash, I think. So we'll do the Spectral Sweep to hope to, it's gonna take off the mark, but we don't care that much about the damage here. Not yet. Not until we get to
Eyes out, Monoko.
Mael. Sabotages the expedition.
Eyes out.
Yo. Okay. Okay. That was pretty decent on those parries, and it's a good thing we had a shield in place. A thing I have started to notice, it's taken me this long in the game to notice this, but it's because I went back and reviewed the footage from Clea. Head spin. When I was looking at the moves and trying to practice the parries for Clea by looking at my footage and putting it in my video editor and replaying it over and over and over, I noticed that there's a slight zoom effect when the enemy is about to attack, or maybe right at the moment of attack. And so I've started, I finally noticed that, slowing it down, going frame by frame. So that slight zoom that the camera does, sometimes it's more than a slight zoom, I feel like that is maybe supposed to be the parry timing. That when the camera zooms like that, that's the game telling you, okay, this is when you parry. This is when you parry. So that's what I've started to look for, rather than just looking at the enemy and some like, you know, okay, they raised their sword up and now they're about to swing it down. Like that helps too, knowing what the enemy's movements are. But also looking for that visual clue of here's the scene, the whole camera, the entire picture is zooming in. I'm starting to look for that. Starting to keep an eye out for it. Oh, right. Gustav's homage. That was the cycle we were doing, wasn't it? I'll put her into Virtuos here. Man, when we get so many turns like this, it does make things so much nicer that the boss is not getting a bajillion turns. We're very close to full gradient charges here. I could do another shield for Minoko, maybe for the whole party. But I could also make Hexja defenseless, which I think might be more important. We're getting close to wanting to set up Mael. Let's at least get a mark here if we can. Wow. Oh, I'm exhausted. Ah, I didn't notice the status until just this moment. So Minoko cannot gain any more AP. We should be wary of that. Not until the exhaust wears off. Do I still use Hextra Crush? It's gonna spin the wheel 6. So it's gonna go into Agile Mask, and then I would be able to do a slow the next time around if I wanted. But it really does just the increased damage. So I don't have to get a buffed Lancelier Impale so much as I want to get a buffed Extra Crush, because that increases the amount of turns that Defenseless is on. Let's just do Defenseless here. We're already pretty fast. We might not even need slow on the enemy. This is going better than man, even at 20 times health, like the bar is not moving that much so far, but it's moving, and I can only imagine how it's gonna move when we hit it with a 20 whatever million damage Gommage. It's not time though. It's not time for that Gommage just yet, because we need to do Mael's last stand. So let's just do a delay and slash here. Slow you down. Okay, and now the thing is, if I use Last Chance this turn, does it work? Do I get into Virtuose stance, even though I'm already in Virtuose stance? Is that how that works? I'm not sure it works that way. But also, I'm not at 3 gradient charges anyways. I would presumably be at 3 gradient charges by the time we get back around to Mael. I'm gonna try it and see, but I don't think this works. It does. So it's maybe the rare exception to the rule here, where you normally have to stance dance. It's a stance dance loophole. Okay. I actually would like to slow you down now, because if I can get to Mael before you get another turn, that's good for me. Didn't quite work. Now I am doing, this is a little bit risky, there's going to be a turn here before we get to Mael, and she only has 1 shield. So it's very well could end up with Mael being dead. But we're gonna give it a shot here. I do need to give you a mark. I do need to set this up correctly. Okay. Maybe a mark isn't required. We might still do the thing if we're doing a Fortune's Fury like this.
Show me what you can do.
All right, parry timing. 4-hit combo. Damn it. See? And this is the weakness of this sort of an approach, is all that setup that you do might go to waste if you haven't set things up exactly properly. So there you go. All right. 3 gradient charges. We still want to save those gradient charges, just to get Mael back in action. So let's just, we've got a mark on you already. I'd love to be able to heal everybody with Minoko and give them shields, but maybe I will do that actually for, I'll let CL do the resin. Here, let's do the Bachelier Fortify for you two.
Liberating.
And then I'll use a Revive Tin with CL. And Mael comes back right here. Okay. Now, yeah, I still, I don't think maybe I don't do Last Chance right away because Mael's not going to get a turn for a little while. But Minoko is going to get another turn. He's just not going to be able to give shields unless he uses his Sanctuary, which maybe he should. Maybe that's what we should do here, is just use Sanctuary, and Mael will take a little bit of a break. She could just use Stendhal, but she's not in Virtuose Stance. Okay, let's do this. Let's do Pyrolyse. We'll spend some AP here. We'll build some burn. We get a bunch of AP back, but we'll give Minoko a chance to do his Sanctuary, and then we'll play things a little bit more safely. Let things play out. Give ourselves the long game.
Time for mayhem.
And now I guess we'll just reapply slow. I think we'll do that as opposed to, yeah, let's just reapply slow.
Ready.
And I think it's time for CL to reapply Rush. Charges its Extermination Boom. All right, now the Extermination Boom is not going to happen for a couple turns here, so I don't know if I can interrupt this. Something tells me I'm not going to be able to interrupt that. So, and then we just basically hit the weak spot, if that was going to be a weak spot. But a boss like this, it doesn't feel like you'd be able to knock them out of their Extermination Beam. So Mael instead is going to do her setup here. It is time. Take 2.
Time for mayhem.
And now Minoko will reapply Powerful, I think. Although at the same time, no, Mael can't be healed. That's right. Mael does not get healing because of Confident. So it doesn't, I can give her Powerful here without taking away her buffs that care about her being at 10% or less health.
Permit me to help.
And now CL can do this again. Give her Fortune's Fury. And now we don't have to even take any chances. Oh, but we don't have Gradient Charges. Whoops. Damn it. That's the one oversight. I forgot about Gradient Charges. Okay. Well. I can still do a Stendhal. I would lose all my shields. But, shit. Okay, like, we can do this again, though. Like, it's not like CL can only cast the Fortune's Fury every so often. She can do it every turn if she wants. So maybe I just do a Phantom Strike here. That still did 3 million. Wow, that did 3 million, and the bar is, oh my god, okay. So if that's 3 million... Okay, this... I don't think we're gonna actually one-shot it with a proper Gommage. Well, we're gonna do some serious damage to it. We're gonna do some serious damage. We're not getting back to Mael before it gets its Extermination Beam, though. So... we need to... We have lots of shields now, so I'm feeling better about going up against an Extermination Beam. Man, I ended up back in Lancelier Impale Agile Mask again. If I do another Impale, I will end up in Heavy Mask, and then I could reapply Crush the next time around. So I think let's just do that. Would like to get a mark, but it's not like imperative.
Peaceful.
And no Fortune's Fury this time. I think we just do... Oh, I actually can't do a Spectral Sweep unless I get lucky here. I do get lucky. Okay, let's see what this Extermination Beam does. Can I actually parry this?
Eyes up, Minoko.
Extermination Boom. Was it just 2 hits? Okay, I didn't parry either one of them. But we had shields for them, so it's just 2 hits. So, unfortunately, the speed of our party, our turn order has kind of gotten a little bit desynced. So Mael is not... I mean, she's not really in the right spot anyways. How do I set this up? Because he's going to have 1 turn here, and Mael only has 1 shield. So if he hits the whole party with a multi-hit attack again, Mael's probably dead. So if I use Bushilie Fortify, I can give everybody shields again, but the defenseless could wear off. I think it's probably safer to use a Fortify. Let's see if we can get a mark. Man, I keep... There's so many ways to generate AP. This, I think it's the rewarding shots, energizing shots. It just keeps generating AP. It's so cool.
Time to hit big.
So now I don't have to put her health to 1. I just need to be in Virtuose stance. So we do Gustav's Homage because that keeps the mark on there.
For Gustav.
Okay. So the way that Fortune's Fury works, it only, if I target Mael, it's only going to care when it gets to her turn. It doesn't matter that CL is going to have a second turn before Mael gets her next turn. So I think I could do Fortune's Fury now if I wanted. The other option would be to just do a delay and slash and try to keep him from getting the turn altogether. And maybe that's what we should do. Let's do a delay and slash and see if that gets us what we want. It did. It did. Mael's going to get her shot here. He still has defenseless. So we just need to set up a mark. We just need him to have a mark. Maybe that will be all I do with Minoko, is just try to get a mark. And then CL can use her Fortune's Fury. Boom. Got it. And now I just pass. I don't need to heal. Or give... I guess Minoko can give energy to himself. That's what he'll do.
Here we go.
And then we do Fortune's Fury. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. This is it. I always get a little nervous when I get around to this point. Because I'm still a little nervous that we might one-shot the boss. Because who knows what... Gomash could just pop off for like 50 million damage or something all of a sudden. This move seems absurd. But there's nothing else to do. We've set everything up. It's time to unleash the beast. She didn't say out of my canvas. No, she did. Okay, 15 million. All right. Cool. That feels about right. Like, this is how I want the ability to function. This is how I want. I don't want us to just one-shot a boss, taking away a third of their health, or that's more like a quarter of their health. That feels more reasonable, because now it's like, okay, we've got this epic fight that we're working through, and we're gonna have to do this rigmarole several times and pull it off successfully in order to get the win. So now we go back and start the cycle over, correct? We start it all over.
Prepare for annihilation.
And maybe I even use, once we get to some more gradient charges here, I might use another Sanctuary to build some shields for everybody. But, man, Minoko keeps ending on... Oh, we didn't use an ability last turn, so we didn't move his wheel back to Heavy Mask. Okay, what do we got? Strikes the Expedition twice. Way too early. There we go. So it's just a little early on that first one. He really has to recharge after his big windup. Understandable. Time for Rush? Yeah, let's replay Rush. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe CL had Rush, but other people didn't. Or something like that.
I can do it.
You can do it, Mael. The self-pep talk. I like it. Back to Gustav's homage. There's a lot of, I was gonna say, there's a lot of burn on the target. We could do Burning Canvas, but it only spends 5 AP. I think it's much better just to spend AP so we can build gradient charges faster.
The good stuff.
A bit of violence, yes.
And then... Man, the Hexja defenseless debuff has lasted forever, but I guess we've been getting a lot of turns because we're fast. So I don't think I'm gonna need to reapply it soon, but I think I'd rather give shields for now. Keep stacking those shields. Although it doesn't spend that much AP, the Fortify move, so we're not building a gradient charge as much as we could. But we'll do a Spectral Sweep here. Just built some Foretell. Sabotage his expedition. See, that one... Oh, wow. Okay, it didn't happen on the last one. There was a very noticeable camera zoom out on that move. That's what was happening. There was a zoom out that's actually a lot more pronounced. I don't know if most enemies have that camera zoom out before their attack happens. That made the first 3 actually pretty noticeable, but it didn't happen on the 4th. So CL is exhausted because as a result. But otherwise, I should be able to get the parries on those pretty without much more work. What am I doing here? I guess I'm just gonna settle for an attack, huh? Because I'm not getting the mark. So I'm just gonna attack with my Virtuose stance. Woo! Excellent usage of Virtuose. Okay, so now the defenseless debuff has worn off. I'm just gonna keep reapplying slow. And, because the Lancelia's Impale puts us back into Heavy Mask, and we can do the Hextra Crush next turn. And now we can do a Delay and Slash. Getting closer to 3 gradient charges here, but we're not quite going to get there before Mael is ready for another. Oh, she needs more shields, actually. Should we do Sanctuary first and just give everybody a bunch of shields? Play the long game here. We could always just res Mael. Because the rest of our party does have shields. Huh. I will play it slow. Let's play it slow here. It's fine. We build gradient charges quickly enough, I think, with this build. Let's play it slow. Keep everybody nice and safe, nice and cozy. Reapply defenseless. Greater defenseless even. And now Mael, I guess, is just going to do another attack. Everybody needs AP. Everybody needs some AP. Maybe I just give AP to people. Why don't we do that?
Do me in.
Does the party need rush? No, everybody has rush still. I think we just keep jumping between Spectral Sweep and Delay and Slash. Minoko does another mark. Oh, but he actually doesn't have AP. Wow. Energizing shots. What an ability. Let me go ahead and do AP for Mael. This is, it's because the Sprung is so slow, and so we're not parrying. I've gotten very used to getting a whole bunch of AP from parries, because the enemies have like 5 turns before we do. 5-hit combo. Yo, okay, there we go. Did he start the fight with that move? I feel like he might have started with that one. That one feels very noticeable. The camera zooming out. That effect that is cluing you in to the parry timings. Phantom Strike, let's go. I'll do a mark if I can here. It doesn't matter that much. The mark is not that important. The gradient charges are more important.
Full deck.
Oh, Seal's gonna get back-to-back turns here. That's kind of fun. Let's do a delay and slash for her. And she consumes a lot of Foretell there. I don't know if it actually delayed the guy's turn, though. But that's fine. Rush. Minoko does need Rush, so let's reapply Rush.
Invigorating.
Invigorating. Okay, let's see. How close are we to pulling this off? We are close to 3 gradient charges. He's got defenseless. Mael still needs to put herself in Virtuose stance, but she can use Last Stand to do that. So maybe we are, maybe it's go time. I think it might be go time. So let's set this up with, we'll do a Fury here. We just need to make sure that we have spent enough AP to give ourselves charges before we get back around. But honestly, I think a Fortune's Fury from CL is going to do that. So let's do it. Okay, attack time though for the Sprung. Extermination boom. Okay, it's charging though. So that gives us a free opening here. So I think we've got another shot to unleash. And that does get us our 3rd gradient charge. Perfect timing. So I'll go ahead and just give everybody shields. More shields, more better. More AP, more better.
Energized.
And now we are set. All the pieces are in place. Go. No way. No fucking way. What? This is what I was afraid of. What is this move, guys? What is this move? Gomage dealt... I can't even say that number. 63? 63 million? What in the world? Guys, we were using 20 times health. 20 times health? Are you serious? Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Okay, well, there you go. So, this is what I'm saying. Like, I even undershot it. I was joking about having like a 50 million damage Gamage or something. I was undershooting it. It actually popped off for... What even are these numbers? It's kind of fun though that the game does have this built into it. This is something you can do. If you actually do put in the work to make the stars align, you can actually go God mode. And hey, let me tell you, God mode, pretty fun. Actually pretty fun. We have a new Sprung is out of my canvas, dork. And we have a cheater Lumina.
That was one of her first creations.
Yo, what? We actually got a dialogue, some dialogue from Verso. In addition to the spoils of battle. That was one of her first creations. What? As in Aline, right? Had to have been talking about Aline. So, Because isn't that what we know? We know that Aline created all the Nevrons, right? That's my understanding. I probably need to go back and at some point think through like the broad strokes of the entire story that I know to be the case. But the Nevrons, in my mind, are all Aline's creations because they're meant to be there to stop the Expeditioners. Stop the Expeditioners from getting to her because she's the only one that's holding back Renoir from just gommaging everybody altogether out of the canvas. And so the Expeditioners trying to stop her, they need...
Time for a swim.
She needs to have a force of resistance against those Expeditioners. So the Sprung was actually one of her first creations. I would never have guessed that. That's an interesting starting point. Does that mean then, I wonder if that means then that the Serpent Fare is also one of her, well, I mean, if all the Nevrons are her creations, this one's got to be one as well. But I'm wondering, will we get a special dialogue from Verso or somebody for taking on Serpent Fare? Okay.
Here we go.
So that has been done. That has been accomplished. Sprung is out of here. Let's look at our Lumina. Let's check it out. It was a level 24. So if we're going by the level of the Luminas as a clue about what level the boss is being intended for you to take on, the power level of the boss, because in the Flying Manor, all the Pictos and stuff were like level 28, right? And we were not cruising necessarily through the Flying Manor, but we were on the right level, or we were an adequate power level to take on that zone. So having to put Sprung's health to times 20, and the fact that we were so much faster than it probably means that ideally we could have taken it on, you know, maybe 10 levels ago. It's just that these bosses, when you first take them on, they feel so freaking powerful. And you're like, man, it's going to take... I need to be like level 99 or something to take them on. Cheater always plays twice. Always play twice in a row. Always play twice in a row? You just get like 2 turns back to back every time your turn comes around? What? Now that feels insane. That feels absolutely insane. That could be very powerful if you are going for a build that lets you attack and set up a whole bunch of debuffs with your attack, like defenseless and stuff. And then you follow up with your big move. But it does, look at it, 40 Lumina points. Good night. It does have health and speed, which is also a rare combination. Huh. I want to get that leveled at some point, but I also don't know. Always play twice in a row. Who would be the best character in our current lineup to use that? Who's the most equipped? I don't even know. I wouldn't even know what to do with that. That almost feels like overkill, because once you've spent your AP, you kind of need the boss to jump in and hit you with some parry opportunities to recharge your AP. So having 2 turns in a row doesn't even necessarily feel... It gives you a chance to use AP tints or healing tints and then do a move. So it's powerful. It's very powerful. I think I'm going to leave, though. I'm going to leave the party the way it is. The party already feels pretty powerful, guys. It already feels like a little bit, almost too powerful. Let's go ahead and recharge again. We're going to just land here and go to camp, do a quick recharge. And then we're jumping into Serpent Fare. We're doing some world bosses here. Now, I'm guessing because this is a flying boss, I would imagine that this one is going to be tougher. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit tougher. But maybe not too much tougher. We'll see. Okay, but I am going to take a quick break, and then we will jump into our first Serpent Fare attempts. Absorbs. Oh, that's right. You start with this nonsense. There goes all my AP, and then... Oh. What the fuck? Okay, and then we're dead. Oh, Minoko survived. Amazing. Okay, well... Alright, this is feeling like it might be... it might indeed be the step up that I was expecting. Let's do a little photo mode, though. This is a... that is a cool angle there, though, with the monolith in the background. I really like that. I really, really like that. But if you go this other direction, you could also get Lumiere in the background. That's also really cool. So many cool potential angles to choose from. The the plethora of options that photo mode poses. One way or the other, I think I need to get the field of view here a little bit wider. Probably go with something like that, so we can get the whole Serpent Fare in the frame, and then Minoko just barely off to the side. That's not a bad one. That is not a bad one there. We could also do one without Minoko, just get a little bit closer here. Get a little bit more of a dramatic angle there. It's a lighthouse, isn't it? I think we talked about this before, but there's a goddamn lighthouse as this thing's head. Is there also an anchor up here? Is that what I just saw? There's an anchor up here. As well as other various spears. Who's been jabbing the spears in this thing? What's going on with that? The looking down angle as well is kind of cool. This photo mode is just awesome. Love it. Okay, to the fight, which is not starting ideally here. Now's when I would like to have those 2 turns in a row so I can arrest some people.
You saved me.
He does he do this every single turn? Oh my god. The AP thing happens every single turn. Too early. That's a great attack. Okay, but it was directed at Minoko. He absorbs everybody's AP every single turn? Oh my god. Okay, that is going to complicate things. That is going to complicate things ever so slightly. Oh, I meant to revive Minoko. Gains shields and increases its speed. Oh, and he does... Oh my god. Tail swipe. And we're dead. Bro, he gives himself so many shields. Oh my. Okay. We might have to retech here. That's a lot of shields to go through. And he absorbs AP like every single turn.
Incoming.
Too early. Okay, at least we got a great encounter. Every single turn he takes away AP. Oh my. Okay, and that head smash comes out of nowhere.
Bring it on.
Yo, where was my jump? Where was my jump?
Push forward.
Oh, does Verso have second chance now? Verso apparently has second chance. I forgot all about that. Oh! What in the world? Why does it say Serpent Fare absorbs all the APs? You're telling me I can only... I hit the guy and he takes away our... He absorbs your AP when you hit him. Excuse me? Oh no. Oh no. 20 times life multiplier might be a mistake against this guy. That might be a mistake. Now, to be fair, it doesn't actually look like he's absorbing our AP. Is this just a bug? Because I don't think we're actually losing AP. He apparently is also weak to lightning. So Gustav's homage will be a little bit more powerful, I suppose. Yeah, that's got to be a bug. Oh, Verso's full life here. I guess we're just gonna do a marking shot. I don't think it really matters though. Oh, is he weak to light as well? More shields. Look. Oh, cool.
Careful now.
Damn it. Yeah, I think I can get that one. Just need a little more practice there. Dude, all AP goes bye-bye.
Oh well.
See, there was the jump that time. I don't know why it didn't happen the first time around.
Just try it.
Okay, all right, there you go. I saw that one. Saw that one coming. Dude, but it doesn't matter. All the counters in the world that you do, you're gonna lose your AP no matter what. Too early. Wow, too early again. And way too early on the grading counter. Jesus. What? Okay, I guess let's retry. I don't know how we're gonna get around this AP going away. I don't know how we're gonna get around that. He takes your AP every single turn. We need to be fast is what needs to happen.
Your turn to shine.
We gotta be fast. Yeah, 20 times might be too much for this boss. It might be just a little bit too much. I really need an AP here. A lucky energizing shots, please. Or is he actually absorbing the AP that I would otherwise be getting from energizing shots? Is that what's happening? He really is absorbing all AP. This is the first time I've actually got to cast a skill, basically. I guess I did it with Lune and Verso. Desperately need rush, it feels like. Cannot have this guy having a whole bunch of turns, but also, if you try to use an AP tint before, like, if he's gonna have a turn, he's just gonna take it away. How the hell are we gonna do this? This is like such a paradigm shift from any other battle, any other fight that you've had. Like, it was already kind of a paradigm shift with Clea, and you having to nail every single parry, otherwise, oh, there's a million health that she's gonna get back. This feels way more oppressive than that. This feels insanely more oppressive. not being able to do skills basically on any of your turns unless you actually happen to be targeted by a bunch of parries, targeted by his attacks and get to do a bunch of parries. How is this gonna work? Because he's just gonna take your AP.
Why, yes.
No, wait, he didn't this time. Oh. Okay, and the shields are another annoyance. The shields are something else altogether. He did not take all our AP that time, but that's because he decided to shield himself instead. So there is some chance that he doesn't steal your AP. Interesting. But he's still going to steal your AP if you try to hit him like this. Except we stayed at 6 AP that time. So I'm not sure. He's not taking other party members' AP. I don't exactly understand. I am going to use a Bushilia Fortify. It does feel like, though, the normal rules of AP generation are not going to apply to this boss. Because most turns, he's just going to take it all for himself. That tail swipe shouldn't be too bad. I just need to figure out what the tail is on the first swipe. No AP, though. No AP. No AP. I can't. I'm scuffling here, guys. Like, obviously, you can do a last chance. But you have to hope you have another turn after this. Maybe that's why I need the second turn. This is where you have to have that second turn, isn't it? I don't know if I have to, but it sure feels like maybe Mael's gonna need the second turn so she can do like last chance for herself. The turn that she's about to do Gommage. That must be it. That must be it. Because otherwise she's not gonna have AP. Unless he does this move.
Foolish move.
No, I got it. I thought it was too early. The grading counter's more forgiving.
A bit of violence, yes.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Does that absorb AP message happen when I do an attack here? No. So why is it happening with free aims? Is there a special stipulation? Free aiming against him is not allowed. But I did generate AP from a beneficial contamination that time, so I feel like it's a bug. But I'm also not sure. I feel like I want to take away all the shields no matter what, because then that at least gives him a chance to regenerate those shields and not take our AP. I don't think Mael has any skills other than Last Chance that only do 3 APs worth. Cost 3 AP. And I don't want to use my grading charges yet. Man, this AP absorption. God damn. There goes, Mael had 9 AP, it's just gone.
Foolish move.
Wait. It absorbed too many APs and exploded. What? I think it's stunned though. It stunned itself. And now it's no longer stunned. And it's back to doing its old. Oh god. It's because this.
Ready to evade.
Luna, careful. Let's go again.
Excuse me. Had something down the wrong windpipe. What was I gonna say? So he stunned himself, but this party doesn't have speed. The reserve party has no speed, so the stun wears off and he gets 2 more turns. Okay, all right. We're still trying to learn. We're just trying to learn, guys.
Elements.
The enemy's burning here, so we should get all our stains, except. Oh, Lune must not be at 75% crit anymore. Yeah, so she's not getting her stain generation exactly correct. Nothing is as it should be. Not against this boss. Okay, so there is kind of a downside with him absorbing all the APs.
Watch out.
Now that one I am starting to feel pretty confident about. Oh, wait a second. I'm also realizing that he dealt a bunch of damage to himself, didn't he? He did a bunch of... Oh, it's gonna happen again. Oh. Okay. It did not take him long to absorb too many APs. That... Yo, what?
Now's our chance.
Hello. Counters are happening all of a sudden. Let's go. Okay. He did like 20 million damage to himself from the AP absorption and exploding. That head explodes emoji. Interesting mechanic. You don't necessarily have to do any skills against this boss. You just have to parry. I think the game is trying to teach us, guys, that parries are important. If you just parry this boss, maybe even if you just dodge the boss, maybe you don't even have to parry. I don't know. Because it doesn't seem like he heals himself. Not yet, at least. Who knows what's going to come at the 50% health mark or who knows what. But you could theoretically do this without ever directly damaging the boss. He's just going to kill himself. Now, he does have a new set of moves that he's busting out already, but we're starting to counter some of them. And we did get the counter. I noticed there was a little bit of a, like, what was the, when he did the head explodes, there was like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's like it kept doubling the tempo sort of thing. And I realized that in the moment, and I just happened to cue my brain into the right timing. Can we go to a skybreak here? Extreme damage to all enemies, 1 hit. I don't think we've done this yet. No, we have done the skybreak, haven't we? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Oh yeah, we did do this before. I remember now. Show feet. Oh, wow. 690,000 damage, guys. Yo, oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, let's do a lightning dance, I guess. I don't think any of these moves matter, though. None of these moves. He is weak to lightning. But really, the ball game here is apparently getting the Serpent Fares. It's a Serpent Fare, by the way. But hopefully I have that pronunciation right. But my pronunciation game, you all know how amazing it is. Oh, I'm not an S rank. I'm not an S rank. God damn it. It's okay. Nothing matters. Oh, Versa does have this. I forgot. He has his ability, his weapon, that puts him back in. Lets him play immediately. Now I can do a follow-up. Oh my God, 223,000 damage. That's crazy. He's doing it again. I did it again. I did it again. Wow, he's really exploding a lot more often than he did at the very beginning. Oh, freezing burn? I'm doing that way too soon.
Let the ink flow.
Shit, both of my characters are frozen here. I can't do anything, right? He's just gonna hit us now because we're frozen. Okay, at least he breaks us out of being frozen. The one instance of damage. Yeah,
Watch out.
Man, I'm doing so early. I'm going so early. There we go. Just be patient. Don't get overexcited. Man, the speed increase is what's really the speed increase is what's really devastating there. Okay, all right. So he's gonna kill himself, but he's also gonna bring in a new set of moves. Basically, it seems like a new set of moves every time the head explodes. You just need to get the head to explode. Wow. What a weird boss. No! I thought I had the full timing. Honestly, maybe I should switch to dodges. Maybe I should switch, I don't know. I do like parries though. I think it's cool when you get the counters. It just feels good.
Let's beat things up.
Okay, that's basically the buffing that the party needs to do. Nothing else really matters. So, okay.
Sweet taste of
Better. Better. And we have AP. Oh my god. I don't even know what to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all this AP. All I'm going to do is apply a mark. Maybe I should just not even worry about the shields. Just spend as much AP as possible just to build gradient charges. I think I might keep reapplying Rush, though, every time I get a chance, just to make sure we're as fast as possible, as often as possible. Dang it. Didn't get to spend Miles' AP.
foolish move.
He has a wind up there on that one. There's actually a pretty clear tell when he's gonna go for
Void, take.
go for the head smash.
I'd love a dance.
Apparently I was still too early. Apparently still too early. Would it be better to give Hextra Crush? I feel like I want to keep fortifying my party. Just give him shields. Give him shields. Keep everybody safe. I could have done Sanctuary to give shields. That might have been a better play. Because now we're not really setting up Miles Gommage. But maybe we should still try to set up Miles Gommage. Because she doesn't need AP. She only needs gradient charges for it. Could I do it now if I did a Fortune's Fury? She's only an offensive stance. But maybe it would be worth it. At the same time, we're still on 20 times health. Maybe I should tone this down to 10 health. Times 10 health. Times 20 might be too much. Just a little bit too much, guys. Maybe. Alright, I'll do a Spectral Sweep. Oh, we are at 3 gradient charges. But I think the better game plan might be to give Minoko, let him do Sanctuary for everybody.
Annihilation.
When is your head gonna explode, dude? Why does it take so long? There we go. Full counter.
Sweet taste of battle.
I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm going to do it. Sanctuary. Shields. Now that we're starting to get a little bit used to the parries.
Sweet taste of battle.
And now we can even do a slow. Apply some slow. Slow this motherfucker down. You got too many turns, my dude. But at the same time, the more turns he has, maybe the quicker his head explodes. I don't know. It's a catch 2020. I know that's not the phrase, but close it out. Oh, we do, man. We are actually delaying him. Pretty nice delay and slash there. We still can't go for it, can we? Oh yeah, we spent grading charges, so there's no going for it. No gamache. No going for the gamache, that is. Not yet. We got some work to do. But we can do more shields. More shields, more. Oh, I can keep going. More shields, more better. Wow. I got so many energizing shots there. And we might do another speed now. Or just apply a whole bunch more spectral sweep. Yeah, let's do that. Spend as much AP as we can before it gets absorbed. Oh, he's gonna do this. Too early. Too early. Good thing we had shields. That's why we build up shields. Okay. So, you know, this would be an opening. There is now those Luminos to consider that give extra damage when the enemy is stunned. Also, Minoko's ability that does extra damage when the enemy is stunned. I almost want to try that and see what would happen. Man, is now the time to go for it? Let me think about this. Minoko has only 1 AP. I could give him a bunch of AP, though, so that he could do Defenseless. And then CL has enough to do a Fury, and we have a bunch of shields. So we might be able to do this. So for... Oh, but Mael does want to be in Virtuose stance and use her last stand. But Minoko doesn't have to necessarily do... Well, but the AP could get absorbed. I was thinking Minoko might be able to give himself AP, but the Serpent Fare is going to have a chance to absorb it. Although the stun is going to wear off. It's not going to absorb AP. So maybe we can actually set up a Gomage here. Let me think how we want to do this. Well, we just try to get a mark. And there we go. And now we do. I think we can do this because the sun's going to be wearing off. The only question is gradient charges. Are we going to have enough gradient charges? I don't know about that.
Lost chance.
What lovely feet.
Might not have enough gradient charges. If I do a Lancelier Impale, I go to Heavy Mask, and then I would be able to do a Hextra Crush. I think we can do most of everything here, but the gradient charges are the only question. I don't know if I'm going to build enough gradient charges before we get to Mael. The other option here would be the Mighty Strike, which does deal double damage if the target is stunned. But it uses a gradient charge. I'm guessing, though, Minoko's not teched to be a big damage dealer. He's not our glass cannon, so I don't think it's worth trying to have him spend the AP here to do that. What I will do is I'll do a Lancelier Impale. just because it moves me into heavy mass. Reapply slow for whatever that's worth. Minoko's rush did wear off. So he actually is not getting the turn that I was hoping he would, which means, shit, this is not going to work out the way that I want it to. At least not with defenseless. Maybe we still go for, well, we might not have the gradient charges built up. I don't think we're not going to have 3 gradient charges unless I try to do a spectral sweep here. Maybe, but even that's not going to get it done, I don't think. I could try a delay and slash, try to delay its turn. Let's do that, actually. Delay and slash is what we'll do. I don't think we would have quite got the 3 gradient charges, even if I had done... Dang, okay, so... What I can do here is I can just reapply Virtuose Stance. Could I do Gustav's Homage? I think that's gonna, if I do Gustav's, it's not gonna put me back into Virtuose like it would with Last Chance. That Last Chance is just the exception. So I think because the stun is still in place, let's see if we can get a mark here. Now we do Last Chance again. It's nice that you can just reapply that over itself. That's so cool. And now that the stun is still in place, oh, we're not going to... I have to do Rush. I have to do Rush here. That's what I needed to do. I may not get to do double damage. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but both Minoko and Mael lost their Rush. Ooh, dang, this is going to be dicey. But it also might be okay. I think it'll be okay. Because... CL's gonna need 5 AP to do her Fury. I think she can get that. She's only gonna get to 4 AP at the start of her turn, but she can hit the mark, I think, to generate an additional AP. So Minoko can go ahead and use his Hexter Crush here. The thing is, he might consume the mark. Okay, well, we might not get a double damage Gomage, but one way or the other, we're gonna go for it. The mark did not come back. So now, yeah, I may not, unless I get lucky here. No. I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to give a double, the Fortune's Fury like I was hoping. So maybe I'll just reapply Rush.
Let's speed things up.
Okay. Takes all our AP, but that's fine. He's going to do the explosion. I'm going too early. It's like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It like goes double time. Each of the iterations on that is, or it starts to speed up the tempo. And there is a sing-song rhythm that you can get into. We could apply 1 mark here if we're lucky. Dang. Oh, but I get some AP back. I get some AP back. Mark. 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 All right, we don't have double damage, but we do have a marked defenseless Virtuose Stance Gomage. Yo, 45 million. These numbers. Imagine if we'd have had double damage. Would we have done 90 million? I feel like I'm losing my voice sometimes. Reacting to this Gomage move is just insane. Okay, all right, back to the lab again. Oh, there goes the AP because it just got absorbed. We need to start building grading charges again. That's what we need to do. Only one thing to be done.
Void, take everything.
Violence.
I would like to also reapply some shields to everybody if I can help it, but can't do it yet.
Here we go.
Maybe I'll just attack here. It's nice to get a mark, though, if you can help it. The stun is going to wear off. And then Minoko... Oh, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I will give Minoko some AP so that he can give us all some AP. Because the stun wearing off from Serpent Fare should skip its turn. Okay, cool. And now we can do more shields. Mael can also do a Phantom Strike after she gains some AP. Beautiful.
Prepare for annihilation.
And then now, we've just reapplied Rush recently, I think. So we've still got that for a few more turns because we have longer Rush as well as greater Rush. So now, we can just do the Spectral Sweep and try to do a delay and slash like we normally would. Now our AP is going to get absorbed most likely, so this is probably the last time we're going to get to do that for a little while.
I'm refreshed.
Oh, Sanctuary's online. I think we do Sanctuary here. I like getting up to 5 shields. That feels pretty good. It does feel like there is an animation. It says Serpent Fare is absorbing APs. It looks like there is a little, I don't know, AP swirly that's going to the boss whenever we shoot him. So I think I do see that.
I am refreshed. Invigorating.
All right, and then can I apply a mark? If I apply a mark, by the time I get to 5 AP, then I will do Almighty Mask. I'll do the Venusaur Mortar. We don't do the increased damage, but I'll get to Almighty Mask, which is what I want to do. And I want to spend more AP in the process because it's going to get absorbed. Okay.
Look out.
No. Never mind. Yep. You just need to listen to, it's almost like a musical rhythm. There's a musical rhythm to it. There's a beat. Follow the beat. I like that. I think I just do another Phantom Strike because it's going to take us out of defensive stance, but I just care about the Gradient Charge here because he's stunned his next turn. We might even be able to delay him. I'm only going to be able to delay him if I give AP to... Maybe I'll do that here because... Let's actually give AP to CL so she can do a delay and slash. I like that when we go to when we go to CL in this mode, it's almost like she's like got headlights. The reflection from the boss is showing up there like there's like she's hiding her the headlights from the oncoming car. She's getting blinded by. So I said I was doing a delay and slash, right? Delay and slash. Go. And that did work. That did delay him a couple turns. Sweet. So now might be when I reapply the Hexja Crush, the defenseless, because we've got plenty of shields here. And I presume our buffs also are going to be lasting for a little while still. So I think the Hexja Crush I'm just going to go for. And now we do another Phantom Strike.
Prepare for annihilation.
Okay.
It's still stunned. It's still stunned. This is awesome. Let's just do it again where we build up another Spectral Sweep. Spectral Sweeps, we're in Twilight here, so we get to do double the Foretell build up.
Sweet tasting.
And it's still stunned. No, the stun wore off. Never mind. So now it's going to absorb our AP. So we want to spend as much as we can with Minoko. Maybe do another Venusaur Mortar. if we can get a mark.
Wow.
Perfect. It gains shields and increases its speed. All right.
Careful now.
Silencing attack. No, I hate silence. What is happening? You know, it is a good thing. Oh my God, I actually countered that. It is such a good thing that they added a sound effect there. The little... There's that sound effect right at the end as the particle. That was such a... What a wind-up. My God. I'm like, what is going to happen? Is he going to, like, smack the platform from the... with his tail from underneath? That was crazy. What the hell? Okay, we have full AP. But my party has lost Rush. So CL, it's time for her to do... Although, a delay and slash would also be a good way to get that rush, semi-rush, pseudo-rush is what I was thinking. Pseudo-rush buff to the party. So I think I will do a delay and slash. That was such a crazy wind-up, though. And then the particles, they come in at, like, super low speed, and I'm like, oh, I'm never going to time this right. But they added that little sound effect, and I heard that, and I cued into it. I was like, oh, there it is. Perfect. I'm loving this delay and slash, though. Now, that time it didn't actually delay him. So, I guess, I don't know if there's diminishing returns. We did lose the slow debuff on him, so... we're at 3 gradient charges here. We're at 3 gradient charges, but I'm not really ready to unleash a Gomage. I'm not in Virtuoso stance. Nothing is as it should be. And he's probably going to absorb APs coming up. That's just the way it is. APs are going to get absorbed, most likely. I don't want to spend my gradient. We'll just leave the gradient charges where they are. I can do a Gustav's homage to put myself in Virtuoso stance. I forgot there's a mark already on there. So I got lucky that it didn't remove the mark. Let's just do a homage. Because then now we'll be in Virtuoso stance if we decide to do a Gomage next time around. That also did 2.3 million. Okay, cool. He's going to do this again. Oh, dang, I went on the wrong beat. The wrong beat. Man, it feels like as the fight goes on, he just progressively... His overload meter is smaller and smaller in terms of absorbing our AP. It's fine by me. I'm totally fine with that. Do I give everybody... I think I will... Let's see. I need to give... let's see how much AP I get from this. Perfect. I can reapply Defenseless. Excellent. And then CL can reapply Rush. Oh, but maybe she can't. Shit, she can't. Unless she gets lucky here. Dang it. She can't reapply Rush. That's unfortunate. Now, he is stunned, so he's not absorbing APs right away, but... Dang. I need to give Rush back to the party. And it's not... There's a good chance that if I give AP to CL now, she's going to lose it by the time... her turn comes back around. Minoko there could give CL some rush. That's what she could do. Do we also just go for... He has Defenseless. We didn't have a Fortune's Fury last time, and we still got a 45 million damage Gomage. Maybe I just go for it now that we've got it. We've got Virtuoso stance lined up for Mael. We may as well do it, right? Can I do anything to help Mael here? No, she doesn't need AP. She's got the gradient charges. So, we just attack. The stun wears off.
Not giving up.
And we try to get a mark with Mael. Boom. Okay. Out of my canvas time? Maybe? Okay, not bad. It's not out of my canvas, but half of its remaining health. 31 million ain't shabby. Good lord, it's I'm like disappointed now when oh, only 30 million. Only a paltry 30 million? Oh god. Imagine only having a 30 million damage Gamage. What plebs?
Prepare for annihilation.
Freezing beam, oh god.
What lovely feats.
Okay, at least CL was not frozen. So, and she did parry, so that means she can give speed. Party needs speed. Go. It's increasing its speed as well. 7 times? What the fuck? No, I missed the last one. Shit. I did every single one but the gradient counter. Oh, and the other 2 are frozen. No. God damn it.
Foolish move.
My shields, dude, are the shield count's getting a little bit dicey here. I think we might need another sanctuary from Minoko. But that means I need AP in order to build up those sanctuary charges. God damn. I might just do another rush here, I think. Or maybe I'm giving AP to somebody. I might need to give AP to Mael so she can build gradient charges for the party. I think that's probably the right move. Because we just reapplied speed, didn't we? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do... We might as well spend all our AP if we're going to do that. Yeah, we're going to give Mael an energy tint. And Minoko is going to have enough here to do a slow. Oh my god, he gave himself so much AP. Well now do I just put myself in Almighty Mass and spend AP, build gradient charges? I really need to slow this guy down. I need to slow him down as much as possible. That actually helped. That did help. I think it booted his second turn down a couple notches, which is great. Let's do a Virtuose, or a Phantom Strike, excuse me.
Prepare for annihilation.
And now we have 2 charges for Minoko to do a Sanctuary. He's just going to keep doing shields. That's okay. Silencing attack. Oh, God. Can I do this a second time? Yes. Okay, that was not too bad. Actually, pretty well counterable. Feels good. And that's a party counter, so it takes away 3... An expedition counter, so it actually takes away 3 shields. I could reapply Rush now. Ooh, everybody needs Powerful again as well. We'll get to do the things. We'll get to do all the things here, I think. Let's remove some shields.
Mayhem.
Okay. I think it's a little too soon to go for the Gamage. I think if we just... We take it slow. We apply another set of shields. I think we're okay. The problem is he's in a new set of attacks now. And I'm not confident that I am seeing all those attacks. So those shields may be far less worth than I would like them to be. But I think we're gonna... We've got as much speed as we can have. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Sanctuary. I'm just not sure about what skill I'm gonna use for Minoko here. I think I should go to Almighty Mask. Let's just go to Almighty Mask. And hope that I have AP by the time we get back. Hope I have AP to do, you know, a Hextra Crush. That's what I'd like to happen. A CL could probably give Minoko some AP. Phantom Strike no matter what, though. Grading charges. Absorbs all AP. Okay. And... smash his head 6 times. Yo, that one is also really easy to counter. Let's go. That one feels very forgiving, because there were a couple of those that I thought I was late on, but that parry window must be more wide open than normal. So awesome, we have AP. We have AP. Oh my god, I don't know what to do with myself, guys. So Minoko's gonna get to do his Hextra Crush, reapply Defenseless. Mael is stanceless right now, and we're not at 3 Gradient Charges, but we should plan as though Mael is going to be... Hopefully we're going to be at 3 Gradient Charges by the time we get back around to Mael a second time. I can afford to do 1 AP, 1 potential mark before I do a Spectral Sweep. And now we do a Hextra Crush after we maybe apply Mark. Now we're at 3 Grading Charges. Oh my god. But there are a bunch of shields in the way. Too soon. Lost a couple shields there for CL, but this is why we build up multiple stacks. Okay, he didn't absorb any of our AP though, so I can actually take off some shields here and then put Mael into Virtuose stance. I think that's what I want to do. There's no more Gradient Charges to build up. Yeah, let's just take away all the shields. Mael only needs the 1 AP. Now the question is... No, but her AP getting absorbed doesn't matter. Because it's Gomage. He can't absorb no Gradient Charges, at least not that I know of yet. Watch him pull out the uber duber Gradient Charge remover as his last ditch move. Last ditch effort. Out of nowhere. Maybe I do the Fortune's Fury now, but I could do a Delay and Slash. Actually, Delay and Slash is the one that has worked pretty well in most instances. So I think that's what I'm gonna do here. Wow, why am I not removing the mark? Why is it not removing the mark? Is that because we're not actually... Am I not actually damaging him at all with these free aids? He's both absorbing, like, the AP and the damage? Is that what's going on? What the heck? I don't think I quite understand that. Delay and Slash. Go.
My, what a lovely feat.
Okay. I might not once again, I might not be able to give. Oh, he lost slow. I might not be able to give a Fortune's Fury to Mael. We'll see what if he absorbs AP or not from CL. I think it's probably better for me to try to put slow on him. Do the Lancilier's Impale for the one hit and apply slow. See if that's enough to skip his turn. It is not. He gains shields. That is annoying, but also kind of good for me.
Eyes out, Minoko.
And we also got to do a bunch of jump counters. We can do this, folks. The stars have aligned. We just need a good roulette. We just need... We reapplied the mark as well. It's there. Everything, all the pieces are in place. I don't think I'm missing anything. Defenseless, mark, virtuose stance. And now the final piece to the puzzle has finally been added. Don't click on the wrong character here. Fortune's Fury goes to Mael. Oh, I'm getting excited. Oh, dude, I'm getting so excited when the last, I'm not doing that, not doing that. The last final piece to make this happen. Say it, Mael. Say the line.
Get out of this canvas.
That's an achievement. That is an achievement. I don't... what was that achievement named? I have to look at that here in a second. But taking down Serpent Fare. Out of my canvas. I love that line. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I don't think... We did not do a 60-something million damage Gomage. We only got to 45 million this time. But holy moly. That is a Serpent Fare. That was a boss fight. That was a sick boss fight. I loved that so much. And I liked, at first it was so daunting because, oh my God, how are you gonna do this fight? It's absorbing your AP. It's just taking your AP all the time and you have nothing that you can do. There's a drawback. There is a, remember kids, don't eat all the APs. Turns out they're a little bit toxic. Well, at least to Serpent Fares. All right, another perfect Chroma Catalyst. And Energy Master. Every AP gain is increased by 1? Okay, these are a couple of pretty sick Pictos that I gotta figure out how we're gonna fit into our overall build. Awesome.
Finally, I killed this damn snake.
What a lovely fight.
That's payback for eating me so many times.
Oh my God, what? Versa was getting eaten by that thing? Oh, here's our battlefield right here. Oh, I just realized the actual, this is where we were. This is where our team was that entire time. Can we not land on it, really? You're not gonna let me land on this? Come on. You gotta let me land here. This episode is gonna be a little bit shorter than normal, but that's where we're gonna wrap up this installment of Expedition 33. That seems like a perfect place to wrap it up. I was expecting maybe things to go a little bit longer with these bosses. I wasn't totally sure, especially putting things on times 20 health. But learning parries, when that's happening, man, we did zoom in or lock into some good parry patterns against the Serpent Fare. Serpent Fare. Out of here. I'm excited to try these new Pictos though. Gotta figure out how to use them. This one is a level 30. Just a level 30 straight out of the gate, just like Clea's life. And it also costs 40 Luminas. Every AP gain is increased by 1. Yo. Okay, well that's a sick one. I gotta figure out how we're gonna fit that one on for size. But yeah, this is where we're gonna wrap things up because I am a little bit behind schedule on my uploads. And I need to get this one out to you guys as soon as possible. So let me stop blabbering on here. Next time, we will probably turn our attention toward Renoir's drafts. But I did mention that we have this whole area over here to the side to explore still. I haven't done hardly any of this. So there's probably some Gestrels lost back over here. There's an entire zone back here that we haven't done. But there's just so much content. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get to it all. I definitely don't want to check out Renoir's drafts. And at some point, get back to a little bit more of the Endless Tower. Guys, there's just so much to do in this game. Papa Vaten. But it's so good at the same time, and I really enjoyed both of those world bosses. And also glad that they are out of here. No longer will the Serpent Fare be eating Verso. Verso has Serpent Fare PTSD, but no longer. Thank y'all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.